So, cold weather camping in a hot tent. We are experiencing some global warming here in Tennessee. But like most of the country right now is having a very severe cold snap, and we are. Let's see, right now it's about 20 degrees, but at night about down to single digits. And I've got a new tent, and I'm going to go try it out. So this is the Sputnik from my friends at Hot Tents. There's a link below. And you remember the big one I have, the 8-man, which is probably a 30-man. They say this is a 3-person tent, but by American standards, this is a 5 or a 6-man tent. So there's plenty of room for 3 people in there. There's plenty of room for 2 people in their gear. There's also plenty of room for 2 people, their gear, and a wood burning stove that you can get with this kit. So like the other one, this has a very quick umbrella-like setup. You can take it right down, put it right up. I'll do a full setup on the range when I go out there, but easily movable. And I'll just move it over here for a second. Comes with a quilted floor, and this quilted floor is reversible. And you can put this underneath the tent or inside the tent. I'm telling you, this is big enough. If you put it inside the tent and slept on it, rolled yourself up in it, this is a great sleeping bag. It's very thick. But something that I suggest you do before you go camping, and you guys that camp a lot, especially if you backpack or motorcycle camp, you'll know that the smaller the tent, the more critical its setup is. What I mean by that is a big tent, you'll make sure you have plenty of time to set it up and all that stuff. But a small tent, if you're backpacking or riding a motorcycle, you'll wait till sundown. Oh, let's put it up now. And if you're unfamiliar, putting it up by the lamp of a motorcycle headlight or a headlamp, if you've never done it before, sucks. So you should always put your tent up, check it from the factory for stuff. I know I'm telling you guys this, a lot of you guys know this, but what I like to do is I like to go ahead and familiarize myself with the tent, see what all's on it, but also like the cords, the tie down cords have this pouch on these tents, this storage pouch, but the cords are not on there. So I go ahead and get the cords, tie them all on, get them stuffed in the pouches, things like that, so that if I do have to set this tent up in a hurry, which is possible, that it's as ready as it can be for that. So, but this one also has a stove jack. This is what makes this a 4-season tent, is its dual walls. Just like the big one I've done videos with, this one has this heat resistant area here. This is called the stove jack, and so it has this metal plates plus this fire resistant piece. I had the fire for several days in the other tent with no issues, and that's it. This one has one window in the back. You know, you can unzip all that stuff, but it's a 2-wall window as well, double wall window as well. And so there's nothing on this side as far as that. So the big one had multiple windows, stove jack, 2 doors. This has the 1 door and the 1 window, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. It's a really good window for a tent. So what I'll do now is show you the cool little stove that comes with it. So this is just a smaller version of the stove from before. I've taken the side panel off so you can see into the stove. But glass on the sides, stovepipe with spark arrestor, plenty tall enough This one came with a ash shovel, which is handy. And something I like to do is keep a lighter close by. So, you know, worst case scenario, I get there, I've got something to start a fire with. But this is the bigger version of the stove was jam up. This one's great. Just like the other one, it comes with a replacement for the glass. If you don't want to use those, it comes with gloves. This is the pouch that the legs were in. Then the stove comes with its own carry pouch as well. So very complete kit. So the plan is to get out there tomorrow early, get set up. Luckily, I still have some firewood out there, so I don't have to worry about cutting firewood. And so I like to set these things up inside or in a controlled environment the first time. The second time, like tomorrow, I'm going to do, it's not going to be a real camping trip, it's just going to be a test of the tent itself, and basically just seeing if I can stay warm overnight, basically. And that's kind of the fun part of it for me anyway. It's the part I enjoy the most. But we have several inches of snow on the ground. We're expecting several more tonight. So tomorrow, as I camp, could be predictions up to 10, but probably around 6 inches of snow in the spot where I'm going to camp. Shovel out away, set the tent up, and go from there. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you have questions about this trip or the tent or anything like that, please ask them, and I'll see if I can answer them as soon as possible. I'd also like to thank the people that have joined my channel with memberships. In the front of the channel it says join. For a little 99 cents you can join the channel, and I appreciate your help if you want to do that. This is James Yeager. Your responsibility to be ready for the night to stay warm never ends.